Suella Braverman has been questioned about her speeding ticket and about the way she apparently asked civil servants to find a way to dodge her speeding awareness course, and therefore the way she may or may not almost certainly have infringed the ministerial code. This time in the House of Commons, she avoids the evasive language, but she instead tries to turn the thing on to the Labour Party, suggesting that her speeding offence and her inappropriate use of civil servants was a distraction from the real issues that the Labour Party have voted against, her various law enforcement options. And it's very interesting how she lumps everything together. Opposition to sex criminals and opposition to transport to Rwanda, as if they're basically the same thing.
Mr. Speaker, hopefully we're not going to be too repetitive today, but as I said earlier, last summer I was speeding. I regret that. I paid the fine and I accepted the points, and at no point did I seek to evade the sanction. But let's be honest about what this is all about, Mr. Speaker. The Shadow Minister would rather distract, really, frankly, from the abject failure by the Labour Party to offer any serious proposals on crime or policing. They want to talk about this because it distracts. It distracts from the fact that they voted against tougher sentences for paedophiles and murderers. They want us to ignore the fact that Labour MPs would rather campaign to stop the deportation of foreign criminals than back our Rwanda scheme. They would rather the country doesn't notice their total abandonment of the British people. This government is focusing on delivering a record.
Order. Can I just say to the Home Secretary said she didn't want to be repetitive, and that goes all round the chamber as well.
Sir Philip Rycroft, who has been in Whitehall under 5 prime ministers, has said that Suella Braverman has committed a real lapse of judgment, and that he thinks that she is in an impossible position, hence her evasion when being asked again and again and again whether she consulted civil servants about ducking, dodging, avoiding the speed awareness education course. Sir Philip said that she had asked a civil servant to intervene, and that this almost certainly has broken the ministerial code of conduct. He said the code was clear. Ministers must ensure that there's no conflict that arises or appears to arise between their public duties and their private interests. Even asking a question of a civil servant as to how she might go on one of these courses puts them in an impossible position. She's studied law. She's not a practicing lawyer. She can give advice. She can't appear. But she ought to know what she's doing. She ought to know what she's talking about. And it is extraordinary that she displays such ignorance and at the same time such hauteur, such arrogance. And the rest of the Westminster establishment is treading very, very carefully. Sir Keir Starmer thinks that maybe there should be an investigation. It's pretty clear that if you break a rule, you have to go. And Rishi Sunak is trying very hard to say that he doesn't really know what's going on, but that she has paid the fine. Well, that misses the point, of course, but I think intentionally so.
Did you ask civil servants last year to arrange a one-on-one driving awareness course when you were caught for speeding? It's a pretty yes or no question.
Well, first and foremost, I'm focused on the priorities for the British people as Home Secretary. That's cutting serious crime with more police officers. That's standing up for victims of child sexual abuse. It's about stopping the boats. And I'm not going to take a backward step from working on those issues. In relation to your question, last summer, I was speeding. I regret that. I paid the fine and I took the points. But we're focused now on delivering for the British people and working for them.
Did you ask civil servants to put you on a one-on-one speeding course?
In relation to the process, I'm focused on delivering for the British people, do my job as Home Secretary. What I will say is that, in my view, I'm confident that nothing untoward has happened.
Would you welcome an investigation into this? Have you spoken to the Prime Minister? Would you welcome one?
As I said, I'm focused on working as Home Secretary. That's why I'm here. I've met with victims today. I'm making a big announcement today. I'd appreciate the focus on an announcement which is standing up for victims and survivors. In relation to the speeding tickets and my fine and points, I'm very confident nothing.
Just very finally on this, Prime Minister, but this is really important because you've broken rules before. You've had to resign over breaking the ministerial code. You've admitted now to breaking or having a speeding fine. You've accused of breaking the code for a second time. How good a look is it for a senior politician, one of the most senior politicians of the country, to be viewed as a constant rule breaker?
I got a speeding ticket. I paid the fine. I took the points. In my view, nothing untoward has happened. Thank you.